Oh.
Goodbye, baby.
Goodbye.
We'll be back really soon.
And we'll miss you the whole time.
Mad about parenthood. Next on E! News Daily, Paul and Jamie settle into family life. How this primetime couple is coping with their newest cast member. Brad Pitt scales new heights during 7 years in Tibet. How is the superstar faring in the battle of man versus mountain?
Well, just getting myself into situations that I probably shouldn't have been in, but not officially.
Then, cruising around Cape Town. I'll show you how Hollywood is helping to change the face of South Africa.
You're going to have a lot of business coming in for them, you know, as far as, you know, fashion movies are concerned. This is the place for it.
Plus, chocoholics unite. Daniel Baldwin and his wife head to Switzerland to sample the sweet stuff.
What about all the poor little reject chocolate ropes? Look, the ones that never quite make it.
And Cindy Crawford makes a fashion statement in Milan. Why this supermodel is prowling the catwalk next on E! News Daily.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I'm Gina St. John.
And I'm Steve Kometka, reporting live from Los Angeles. The stars of Mad About You are mad about their recent little addition. Yes, they can add. With the new TV season here, baby makes 3, and the Buckmans are getting used to life with their new bundle of joy. As Greg Agnew discovered while visiting the cast, Helen Hunt and Paul Reiser are also still mad about each other.
My favorite part about doing the show is the food. We get really good food, and what else? Let's see, there's the babies and the dialogue. Oh, wait, it's Paul.
It seems Helen Hunt is mad about her Mad About You co-star, Paul Reiser. And it seems viewers are mad about the hit show. For Reiser, the answer is simple.
Chemistry.
Yeah, it really is.
Chemistry.
Well, it's their chemistry that's led to the show's latest edition. Baby Mabel Buckman's arrival this season now rounds out the family. And her TV parents let us in on a little secret about their smallest co-star.
Well, the truth is there are like 8 of them, but they're all pretty cute, so it makes it sort of humanizes
You get attached to them pretty quick.
Yeah.
And then we change them because they grow faster than our shows.
That's right.
So we get attached and then we give them to other shows. We fire them.
Don't make fun of me. This is our first night out since before the baby. I want it to be perfect. I think every parent has to walk out the door at some point and deal with turning their baby over to a babysitter if they're ever going to leave their house.
That may be true, but Jamie seems to be finding it hard to leave, even if the babysitter is actress Lily Taylor.
Bye-bye.
Sweetie?
Right.
I like their process, the way they work on the show. And it's been really fun. And it's like doing a play, really, except there's TV cameras.
Buckman, party of 2 for 8 o'clock?
The show strives for realism, something it may be doing too well.
But you know, in real life, we're not married. You know that, right? Yeah.
You kidding?
No. I'm sorry to break it to you now in front of this audience.
On E!
On E!
I'm Greg Agnew for E! News.
ABC's new series, Nothing Sacred, it's about a priest who prays to blues music and questions the existence of God, continues to spark protests around the country. But while the show's feeling friction from many, one Catholic priest is giving it his blessing. E's Stephanie Fond spoke with him and is in the newsroom with the details. Stephanie, hi.
Hi, how you doing, Gina?
Good.
Since Nothing Sacred hit the air, many stones have been cast against the show. To date, a total of 7 advertisers have pulled out of sponsoring the series. Even though it appears all the cards are stacked against Nothing Sacred, there are those who don't want to see it go up in flames.
You see this little book? This is the gospel. If it was written today, it wouldn't get published.
In Nothing Sacred, Kevin Anderson plays a Catholic priest struggling to keep the faith as he fights to keep his financially challenged inner-city parish afloat. There are many who'd like to see this controversial show sink.
I mean, this kind of insult, I mean, what's at stake here is this. They're sending a message, Disney, ABC, that this priest, who does come across as a good Samaritan with the poor, can in fact be a good priest while rejecting the church's teachings on sexuality.
But not all Catholics agree with the League's view on the show. Father Elwood Kaiser says Kevin Anderson's character is a winner.
I think Father Ray is a contemporary priest. He doesn't have it all together, but he's working at it. And he does believe, he does pray, and he does care about people. And to me, that's a lot of what it means to be a priest.
I will not hear any more sexual sins in the confessional.
From the pilot episode, it's clear Father Ray isn't taking the conventional route. In one episode, he even counsels a pregnant woman to follow her own conscience. Kevin Anderson believes plots like this set the show apart.
Most of the things that Hollywood does, they always portray priests and nuns as the kind of like epitome of good and perfection, but they very rarely, portray a character that is the epitome of humanness.
For now, ABC is refusing to buckle under pressure. It's committed to 13 episodes total, so it's going to be a long haul for this show, Gina.
Well, that's good news that ABC is backing them up. Thank you so much, Stephanie.
Mother Teresa, who just might become the next Catholic saint, will be played by Geraldine Chaplin in a new TV movie about the beloved nun. Mother Teresa, in the name of God's poor, vividly depicts her struggles to improve slum conditions in India. Chaplin said matching the accent of this holy woman was her biggest challenge.
My name is Sister Teresa. I'm a daughter of the Christian Church. I've come to Motijil to work with you.
The accent is really very difficult. It's very particular because she was born in Skopje, which then was Albania. So her language, her mother tongue is Albanian. And she has a very Albanian accent. But then she's been in India for so many years that it has a very Bengali lilt to it. And so it's between Albanian and Bengali. Well, that was very difficult.
Mother Teresa, in the name of God's poor, will debut on the Family Channel this Sunday evening.
Singer Whitney Houston is among those who thinks it does take a village to raise a child, and she wants her young fans to know she's a part of that village. Whitney is currently rehearsing for a live HBO concert that'll raise money for the Children's Defense Fund. The organization is dedicated to improving the lives of American youngsters. Sunday's concert titled Classic Whitney will take place in Washington, D.C.
As opposed to performing for, 30,000 people or 10,000 people, it'll be 2,500, and it'll be a more intimate setting, and it'll be at Constitution Hall, and it'll have the history behind it. It'll have all of its glory, that we've longed for so long, It's going to be great.
Whitney says hubby Bobby Brown will also perform during this weekend's gig.
The Dalai Lama seems to be very interested in seeing the new film 7 Years in Tibet. In the remote corner of northern India where he lives, there are no movie theaters, so he's having one moved to his residence. Meanwhile, the film star, Brad Pitt, is ready for the film to hit box offices next week, especially since shooting the project turned out to be the journey of a lifetime for him. 7 Years in Tibet takes Pitt's character on an epic adventure mountaineering through the Himalayas and eventually to Tibet. In preparation for the film, Brad went mountain climbing in Austria, and it turned out to be a moving experience.
It's just a battle of the head, and it's just you and the mountain. And you pull off some things you didn't think you were capable, and just an amazing experience for me, and something I think I'll stick with, and a trip I'll never forget.
Pitt compares climbing to the metaphor, there's something about being alive when you're closest to death.
David Alan Grier is another one up to exciting outdoor adventures. Since playing the lead in the Broadway musical A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum can be demanding, David's always looking for ways to unwind. And as our own Michelle Granados discovered, he's a real road warrior.
Appealing in her apron strings.
From Broadway to the roadway, actor David Alan Grier is here to take us through our off-road test of the new M-Class Mercedes.
That's race car driver David Alan Grier. We're here at the Tavern on the Green in the middle of New York City. Now, I've been told that they're going to open up the entire park for off-road driving. Is that true?
I think so.
Well, let's go, all you backseat drivers. Let's get in this, baby. Let's go.
High five. Featured as the rough roadster in last summer's dinosaur thriller, The Lost World, the M-Class Mercedes carved out its own lost world in the woods of upstate New York, offering drivers an off-road experience with a touch of class.
What's the #1 rule when driving off-road? Just drive like the dickens till you hit something. That's what the #1 rule is.
You're insured, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm insured.
So, David, have you ever driven off-road like this before?
No, I don't. I don't even walk off-road. I like to look off-road, though. You know, when I was a little kid, my friends had cabins and stuff, and this is how we would get to their cabins, but we just called it the really nasty road as opposed to the off-road.
A little warning when off-roading with a Broadway star. At any moment, they could break into song.
Climb every mountain, climb, oops, oh, whoa! Hey, that was fun.
Warning number 2, they could leave you high and dry.
Come on, we'll give you a ride. Come on. Ah. Come on, get the car. I'll meet you tomorrow.
How was it? Give us your review.
It was great. It was really fun. I was just telling her that I've never driven off-road, so I'm a virgin. And to have my cherry pop by Mercedes like this, he was very gentle, but he was in command. He knew what he was doing. It was fun. It was really great.
In New York, I'm Michelle Granados for E! News.
Everybody's making those all-terrain vehicles now.
They are nice. There's lots more to come on E! News Daily. Diana's bodyguard remembers more about the tragic night.
And Princess Diana's secret interviews with a royal biographer.
Plus, my travels to the set of Sinbad also take me deep into the heart of Cape Town, a city on the rise.
Then, Cindy Crawford returns to her runway roots. These legs were made for walking.
And honoring our Mother Earth.
They'll sweat and they'll say to build you a coffin.
Up next, our David Adelson reports from Las Vegas, where some legendary musicians sing to save the planet.
A perfect career.
She was an inspiration to me.
The famous couple.
It was more than a relationship, it was a lifestyle.
The ultimate betrayal.
The one thing I have been guilty of is falling in love with Mrs. Farrow's adult daughter.
This Sunday at 8, it's the premiere of Mia Farrow, the E! True Hollywood Story. But first, at 6, take a closer look at Michael Landon, the E! True Hollywood Story. One star lost a family. One family lost a star. It's back-to-back E! True Hollywood Stories this Sunday, beginning at 6 Eastern and Pacific, only on E!
My doctor said I didn't need surgery for my hemorrhoids, and to use Preparation H. For my problem, Preparation H is so effective. It helps relieve all these symptoms. Yet it's so gentle, it soothes and protects. More people trust doctor-recommended Preparation H.
I hate this part.
Monsterizer back at Taco Bell. Get them while they're fresh. Just 99 cents with the purchase of a combo meal. Taco Bell. Want some?
I'm gonna spend more time with my kids.
I'll take pride in what I do.
Every day.
I'm gonna finish what I started.
Every day.
I will give young people the benefit of my knowledge.
Every day.
I will never take my wife for granted.
I'm not gonna rush anywhere.
I'll take the scenic route.
Every day.
Isn't life wonderful?
Every Sunday afternoon during football season, I read the opposing team's defenses, but the rest of the time, I read everything I can for news, information, and entertainment. I'm John Elway, encouraging you to read. Read books, read magazines, and certainly read a newspaper every day. Reading will make you more interesting and better informed. Then you'll be ready to be a real star in the most important game of all, the game of life.
Read a newspaper every day because it all starts with newspapers.
We asked people to try a pasta dinner.
That's very good taste.
It's very, very good. Do you like that? I think she really likes the sauce a lot, too. Tell me what it is.
Okay, it's Hamburger Helper.
No way.
Is it really?
I'm gonna buy some of that. Do you want more? Okay.
Check out E's great new primetime lineup. It's E! News Daily at 6 and 9, The Gossip Show at 7, Talk Soup at 10, and Howard Stern at 11. Same great shows, all new times on E!
Trevor Reese-Jones, the sole survivor of the crash that killed Princess Diana, Dodi Fayed, and driver Henri Paul, reportedly remembers more about the night of the accident. On Thursday, investigators met with Reese-Jones for a second time at this Paris hospital. A police source reveals the 29-year-old bodyguard was able to recall more of what happened in the few seconds after Diana's Mercedes left the Ritz Hotel. But Rhys Jones still cannot remember the exact circumstances of the crash itself. Doctors say it's possible, though extremely unlikely, that he'll ever regain full memory of the accident. New details about the Princess of Wales' beleaguered life with Britain's royal family are also surfacing in a revised edition of the 1992 best-selling biography, Diana, Her True Story. Author Andrew Morton reveals in People magazine the princess secretly granted him 6 interviews for the book, but she was terrified Buckingham Palace would find out. Morton claims Diana agreed to cooperate because she didn't want to live a lie anymore.
Those who live in Cape Town, South Africa know that it's known for many things, but being a production center for film and television hasn't been one of them until now. The syndicated TV show, The Adventures of Sinbad, is entering its 2nd season, shooting in and around Cape Town. Yet as we found out on our recent trip there, production is only one of the many elements contributing to the changing face of South Africa. South Africa and the Cape Town area are rich in natural splendor and breathtaking beauty. Since the end of the apartheid era and the 1994 election of Nelson Mandela as South Africa's president, tourists aren't the only ones coming here. Foreign investors and the entertainment industry, such as The Adventures of Sinbad, are starting to come in droves.
A lot of motion pictures have been, James Bond, a lot of, inserts that you see done out here, and it's just now been open to the world. So you're going to have a lot of business coming in for them, as far as, fashion movies are concerned. This is the place for it.
These are hard-nosed businessmen, and for them to decide that this is the place to be, I think it's good enough for overseas investors as well.
This is Teenhace, President Mandela's base of operations here in Cape Town, South Africa. And as Mandela's presidency indicates, the face of this nation is rapidly evolving. Yet some old demons continue to haunt this country. Some of those demons still plaguing South Africa include regions blanketed with poverty, such as townships like Khayelitsha. There's also a soaring crime rate and rapidly growing numbers of homeless, especially children, plus the TRC, the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, headed by Archbishop Desmond Tutu. This panel is looking to shed light on the horrors of the apartheid government. Mr. Mogzian Williams is the editor of the Cape Argus, Cape Town's oldest newspaper.
The apartheid, the previous society, the apartheid regime and the society that it had was very secretive. It hid a lot of things from the general population, and what we are finding out now is a kind of almost a journey of discovery and exposure of the harsh realities of South Africa.
Although the journey of change is daunting, most South Africans are cautiously optimistic about the future and the opportunities it presents.
Change for everyone is difficult, so we need to be patient with everybody.
I think we're all just getting to get the feel of one another, and that's wonderful. That is good. Should have been like that.
Acceptance of one's past, one's present, and one's destiny. I think this has to come. I'm sure it will come, but it has not yet come.
After tasting freedom, there's little chance South Africa will ever return to its oppressive past.
So it's a very tricky situation that the government and the society find themselves in, having to deal with the legacy of the past, yes, yet, meet the demands of the present and the future.
It was a truly enlightening experience going there. There were so many people who were willing to change, glad about the changes. They know they have a ways to go, but I think they're going to make it. They're really enthusiastic.
Would you go back?
Yes, especially when the company is sending me. It was really wonderful.
Over the past 3 decades, Bonnie Raitt and Jackson Browne, thank you, Gina, have been tireless in spreading the anti-nuclear message. This week, the pair joined other musicians in Las Vegas to issue a stern warning that the dangers from nuclear energy are even greater than ever. David Adelson has details from the big event.
They came out in force to the parking lot of the Hard Rock Casino enduring the scorching Las Vegas sun.
I'm here as a town crier and a person of conscience to draw attention, and I want to thank the press for showing up for this.
And what brought all these artists to Las Vegas is once again the issue of nuclear power and nuclear waste. It was called the Honor the Earth concert. Artists like Bonnie Raitt, Jackson Browne, Indigo Girls, and Graham Nash rallied against the pending 1997 Nuclear Waste Policy Act. That act would enable the transportation of nuclear waste across the United States and have it dumped in sacred Shoshone Indian lands on Yucca Mountain in Nevada.
This is dangerous to put this stuff on the road. This is not safe. They're rushing the legislation through. They're not making the public aware of what's going on.
Jackson Browne is used to spreading the anti-nuclear word. It's been nearly 20 years since his original no-nuke series of concerts became landmark consciousness-raising events.
It's really as if we invented something in the last 10 minutes, and we don't know what the effects are, don't know how to keep it, but we insist on continuing to produce it.
For Bonnie Raitt, the key is spreading the word.
Well, all we're doing is just basically getting the press to cover something. The work comes now that the public reads about it if they pick up the phone and call or fax or write their congresspeople.
And so in the land of gambling and decadence, fans lined up for the music, and most importantly to the artist, the message.
Shells of my daily fears explode. I try to trace them to my youth. Mother and father, they'll sweat and they'll say, to build you a coffin and dig you a grave. Don't be afraid, baby.
Most people in America have no idea that a bill is this close to passing that would transport 80,000 shipments of nuclear materials that could be spilled at any moment with an accident.
And as for alternatives for nuclear energy?
There's a lot of hot air in Washington we could harness too.
Someday you might want to run away, yeah.
I'm David Adelson for E! News.
Lots of people have tried harnessing that hot air unsuccessfully. Incidentally, President Clinton has vowed to veto the 1997 Nuclear Waste Policy Act, which would be a clear victory for Raitt and her fellow activists.
Ahead on E! News Daily, why rappers want to be actors. I think it's because there are fewer lines and they don't have to make them rhyme. We'll take a closer look at a couple of hip-hoppers who've made friends with the camera.
You may have something there. And the Blues Brothers return for another holy mission. Plus, Jenny McCarthy in Playboy. She plays pool, she pumps water. You get the picture.
And from an exploding city to a lawyer erupting with lies.
You're the victim here. The wife of a cold, distant workaholic, starved for affection, driven into the arms of another man.
7.
Yeah, whatever.
Coming up, big screen blockbusters shrinking to video.
Tonight on the E! Nightly Special, get ready for the best hour of entertainment on television.
It's a school with intellect and ice skating, where kids surf the net along with the Pacific. And the yearbook is a who's who in Hollywood. From class clown to comedian and songstress turned sitcom star, it all started at Beverly Hills High.
So give us an hour, and we'll give you much more than entertainment. E's Nightly Special tonight at 8 Eastern and Pacific, only on E!
Baby takes the morning train. He works from 9 till 5, and then he takes another home again to find me waiting for him. My baby takes the morning train. He works from 9 till 5, and then he takes another home again to find me waiting.
Kiss me. He held her captive.
Why am I here?
To fall in love. Now, she holds the key
There are other women where I was held, and I believe that they're still alive.
This guy's a collector. To a killer's identity.
I want to save those women. Take me with you.
When it goes down, I need this guy intact. Morgan Freeman, Ashley Judd. Kiss the Girls. Rated R. Everywhere. Friday, October 3rd.
One star lost a family. One family lost a star. It's back-to-back E! True Hollywood Stories this Sunday, beginning at 6 Eastern and Pacific, only.
I made a list of 100 things I wanted to do, and I forgot to put marriage on it.
Between love
I just want to see Mark one more time, and then I'll know for sure.
and adventure.
I was Jimmy Morrison in my past life. Rock and roll!
Which would you choose?
I don't know what women want.
We want fair dry cleaning prices.
Come to a sneak preview of Love Always. Pick up your free passes at Bloomingdale's Beverly Center, Century City, and Fashion Square at the So de Loretta Fragrance Counter.
I just had a baby and decided I'm not going to stay out of shape. Then I remembered Nikki Taylor had twins and how working out really helped her. So here I am at 24-Hour Fitness. It's clean, friendly, and it's open when I need it. And it's got all the facilities, including babysitting. And best of all, my kind of people, working moms. How long are you in town, Nikki?
Just a week.
If she can do it, I can do it.
Work out for $11 a month at 24-Hour Fitness. 1-800-204-2400.
And then I'll come back, and you'll be fine.
You promise?
I promise. I'll come back for you. I promise.
Promises, promises. You know, it's said a good chuckle is therapeutic, and of course, people who laugh often may even live longer than those who don't. This week's new video releases may tack a few extra minutes onto some folks' lives. But hey, don't look to me for doctor's advice. Joining us to tell us all about the latest titles hitting the shelves is entertainment reporter Bill Harris. Hiya, Bill.
Hello, Gina. Today, everything from the sublime to the ridiculous, and we start with a disaster. Now, disaster movies should be fun. Did you ever notice how people are always talking about the Poseidon Adventure still? Well, there's trouble in Los Angeles, as Tommy Lee Jones and Anne Hesh discover. Dam doesn't quite cover it. Volcano is the movie, and the disaster at hand, or at foot, and pretty soon, it's everywhere. And it's spreading through the city faster than cell phones, falling largely on the capable shoulders of Mr. Jones, who shows he's pretty good even without Mr. Smith. Volcano asks you to suspend all belief. Sit back and enjoy the effects as the city of angels turns to ashes. Almost. Don't want to give anything away. And then there's BAPS, B-A-P-S, Black American Princesses, with Halle Berry as a Decatur hairstylist and Natalie Desselle as her girlfriend, who pack up their hopes and head to California.
Nancy, do you think you overdid it with our hair? Nope. I sure don't, because we're going to Beverly Hills. Now, if I'm going to do good at that audition, we got to look like stars.
Well, they look like something, and they're taken in by mega-rich Martin Landau, and they foil a theft and bring their boyfriends, and they get him interested in living again, and yada, yada, yada. Robert Townsend directs with cameos by everyone from Heavy D to downtown Julie B. But it's pretty standard fare, and unfortunately, pretty light on the laughs. More laughs come courtesy of Jim Carrey in Liar, Liar, playing a lawyer who has a definite style.
This is about all women. Where would Tina Turner be right now if she'd rolled over and said, "Hit me again, Ike," and put some stank on it?
He's a lawyer who's a liar. Where do they get these ideas? A big liar, which cost him a marriage and may cost him his son, until the youngster makes a wish that Dad has to tell the truth. And young Justin Cooper puts Dad to the test.
Is wrestling real?
In the Olympics, yes. On Channel 23, no.
Will sitting too close to the TV set make me go blind?
Not in a million years.
If I keep making this face, will it get stuck that way?
In fact, some people make a good living that way.
A very good living, but not always great movies. Now, we expect the very best out of Carrey because he can deliver. But here, everything happens just about as you'd expect with no real surprises. And the best parts are the outtakes over the credits. Do not miss them. And finally, just to remind you that life isn't all big movies in the video stores, look around. Two very different releases this week. One, The Life and Teachings of Pope John Paul II, and the Christmas and Easter services in a 2-volume set, complete with a free papal coat of arms collector's bookmark. And, same release date, but on a different shelf, you can now find Jenny McCarthy, The Playboy Years. This has to please her from deep within the bunny vaults. Also a reminder of the old adage, do not pose if you have no clothes. More surprises next week, you can count on it. Bill Harris in Hollywood with thanks. We'll talk again. Gina?
Thank you so much, Bill. You know, I wonder which one is going to outsell.
I don't know anyone else who could get Pope John Paul II, Jenny McCarthy in the same paragraph.
Yeah, I think the Pope may have it for volumes sold, I don't know. Still to come on E! News Daily, actress Vivica A. Fox shows off her skills as an E! reporter. Do not miss her story.
And it's all in her genes. Cindy Crawford proves she's still knows how to strut.
Plus,
Join our Swiss Miss, Jules Asner, as she melts away on a very sweet assignment.
Then the brothers on a mission from God have something new to dance about.
And Sean Penn makes a wrong turn, ending up in some strange company.
I think it's gonna be another hot one today. Of course, then again, it might not be. Can't ever tell right here. When it's hot, I don't even like to get out of bed. Of course, when it's cold, I don't either.
Mia Farrow's real life was more dramatic than any movie. She had a brilliant career.
You couldn't get any bigger as your first big film.
Intriguing romances.
She was crazy about it. Well, he was Frank Sinatra.
And a lover who had an affair with her daughter.
The one thing I have been guilty of is falling in love with Miss Farrow's adult daughter.
How did one man's love lead to a mother's betrayal?
I was completely traumatized.
Mia Farrow, this Sunday at 8 Eastern and Pacific, only on the E! True Hollywood Story.
Last night, I dreamt about
the dreams I have for my
face
future,
the dream,
accomplishing things that are difficult,
face the situation,
just live a long, happy life,
face the unknown.
Face the day with Nivea Visage. Its nourishing moisture makes you look radiant. Nivea brings your face to life.
From the dance phenomenon of a decade comes Bill Whelan's Grammy Award-winning album, Riverdance. Riverdance, the album. A fusion of song and dance. Bring home the power of Riverdance, the album. Available on Celtic Heartbeat Universal Records. Also available, The Roots of Riverdance, a collection of music from the composer of Riverdance.
My name is Anda Andre, Director of Design for Ian Schrager Hotels. I direct the creative effort of building all the hotels.
We are our worst competition, so we just have to keep up with ourselves. The thing is, as long as you have to be competitive in the world you are living in, anything that helps, you should get.
To get the most out of life every day, you have to put the most into it every day. Introducing the 1998 Corolla. So much for so little.
After 12 rehearsals, 20 dance routines, and 10 pairs of high heels a night, I want to relax and wear things that make me look and feel beautiful, like silk.
The Irresistible Collection, new from Silk Reflections.
I've always worn hosiery, and it's always been Hanes.
Nivea lotion is moisture so rich it brings skin to life wherever it touches. Nivea brings your skin to life.
Check out E's great new primetime lineup. It's E! News Daily at 6 and 9, The Gossip Show at 7, Talk Soup at 10, and Howard Stern at 11. Same great shows, all new times on E!
Hi, everybody. While you were away, Gina told me a joke with no punchline. She asked me, did I know there was going to be a new group called the Spice Boys? Doesn't that sound like there should be a punchline following that?
I'm praying there will be.
Send us your best punchlines at www.eonline.com.
Take your pick. Now we're talking movies. The peaceful serenity of Ireland, a small town in the Arizona desert, or a charming college town in North Carolina. Just don't pick the Spice Boys. They're all new places to visit by way of the theaters and movies opening this weekend.
I don't mean to be rude, but who are you?
Has Janine Garofalo met her match? As an American sent to Ireland on business, she has a lot to learn about her new surroundings. Among other things, a local matchmaking festival is taking place.
It's all about that thing that happens when you go back to the old country where things are just a little too quaint for a big city gal like me. And you got your comedy there.
You're a big city kind of girl. You're Mary Tyler Moore.
Oh, yes. I'm so very Mary Tyler Moore. Everyone says so.
Everybody have a past. They have pain,
and they have something they want. What is it you want?
Sean Penn's character makes a very wrong turn in Oliver Stone's latest movie. U-Turn features a cast of darkly comic characters in a small Arizona town. Nick Nolte, Billy Bob Thornton, Claire Danes, and Jennifer Lopez deal with love, betrayal, suspicion, and an outsider played by Penn.
Kind of peculiar how things happen, ain't it? The man's car breaks down. There's a robbery, people get killed.
What happens next? That's the most important thing. Make sure that the audience wants to know what happens next. And don't get bored with it. That's the key to the movie.
Suspense and intrigue are key to Kiss the Girls, a new movie based on the best-selling novel.
So if you're looking for someone to blame, blame me.
Having escaped an attack by a serial kidnapper, Ashley Judd can give invaluable information to Morgan Freeman, a forensic detective. They team up to search for the culprit and the truth.
I think killing's not his ulterior motive. This guy's a collector.
Looks like I'm going to be spending a lot of time at the theater this weekend. The Matchmaker, Kiss the Girls, and U-Turn open at theaters nationwide this weekend.
As you just saw, Jennifer Lopez is one of the stars of U-Turn, and in order to be in the Oliver Stone film, she had to make a big U-turn on a promise to herself. Listen to this. Lopez swore she would never work with Stone after auditioning for another one of his films several years ago. She claims that during her audition, the director ignored her and spent his time moving around furniture. Well, when it came time to cast U-Turn, the director convinced Jennifer to take the part. Apparently, she forgave him for his bum moving violations.
It's been nearly 18 years since Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi went on a mission from God in The Blues Brothers. Now Aykroyd is carrying on without Belushi for a new mission, the sequel, Blues Brothers 2000. Linda Grasso takes us behind the scenes of the movie now being shot in Toronto.
Set. Action.
It's different from the first one, very different. In fact, I think it's probably going to be a better movie, more music, some spectacular stunts, but it revisits certain elements of the first movie to those who really were fans of it.
Most of the people in the film are playing the same characters they played in the original film 18 years ago, 18 years older. So you have the members of the band, you have Elwood, you have Frank Oz and Steve Lawrence and Kathleen Freeman and Aretha Franklin and James Brown.
Obviously, the ideal situation would have been to have had John here with us. I think about him every time I walk in a house of blues, and I miss him.
Now Aykroyd is joined by some new blues brothers, including John Goodman as Mighty Max Blues and Evan Bonifant as Buster, a 10-year-old orphan.
I know what you're going through. You're lonely, searching for your place in life. Just don't blow it like I did. Stay away from gangs, drugs, and cyber porn on the internet. You could be president of the United States someday.
When I found out I got it, I was excited, but I was sick that day, so I couldn't really be excited. But when I finally wasn't sick anymore, I was like, yes! I was outrageous. It was outrageous.
Aykroyd is once again pursued by the Illinois State Police, led by Joe Morton, who turns out to be Aykroyd's stepbrother. Morton eventually sees the light.
I sing a testifying version of John the Revelator with James Brown and Sam Morris, Sam and Dave, and then I'm whisked away in the Blues Brothers mobile, and from that point on, I'm a blues brother.
Blues Brothers 2000 will be in theaters early next year. I'm Linda Grasso for E! News.
Ought to be a good time just ahead on E! News Daily. Our own Jules Asner takes you to Switzerland for a scrumptious chocolate treat.
And Cindy Crawford and her beauty mark back on the Milan runway. Come on back and see. Plus, Vivica A. Fox goes on assignment for E! And she's serenaded by a legendary band.
What's stopping you from loving me?
And from LL Cool J to Will Smith.
Hire a decorator to come in here quick, 'cause damn.
What's making these rappers change their act?
a perfect career.
She was an inspiration to me.
The famous couple.
It was more than a relationship, it was a lifestyle.
The ultimate betrayal.
The one thing I have been guilty of is falling in love with Mrs. Farrow's adult daughter.
This Sunday at 8, it's the premiere of Mia Farrow, The E! True Hollywood Story. But first, at 6, take a closer look at Michael Landon, The E! True Hollywood Story. One star lost a family. One family lost a star. It's back-to-back E! True Hollywood Stories this Sunday, beginning at 6 Eastern and Pacific, only on E!
After years of perfecting silence, we're ready to make some noise. The future of Lexus is here. Fasten your seatbelt.
Is IAMS good for life? Well, research suggests cats can lower your blood pressure and help their owners live longer, healthier lives. In return, help your cat live longer. IAMS is easier to digest, so more nutrition stays in your cat. That's why there's less litter box waste and odor, and cats love the taste of IAMS. So feed them IAMS day after day and enjoy their company year after year. IAMS Cat Foods, good for life, from the IAMS Company.
I always knew it was a woman's prerogative to change her mind. Fortunately, she was dressed for the occasion.
Lee riveted flares, the new look of Lee.
Once every millennium, something happens so profound it changes everything. Till now, this was a large, medium, and small pizza. Now, Little Caesars says this is a large, medium, and small. Does this mean everything will get bigger? Or does it simply mean Uncle Ed can come to dinner?
Boy, that's a lot of pizza, Uncle Ed!
Little Caesars' new big pizzas. They dwarf the competition. Small $5.99, medium $7.99, large $9.99.
Bigger. Check out E's great new primetime lineup. It's E! News Daily at 6 and 9, The Gossip Show at 7, Talk Soup at 10, and Howard Stern at 11. Same great shows, all new times on E!
Well, if not everybody, a lot of people want to get into acting these days. There are models turned actors, singers turned actors, but perhaps even more impressive are the number of rap stars who are quickly becoming TV and movie stars. Cindy Hom is standing by in our newsroom to tell us more about this trend. Cindy.
Yes, when it comes to rappers turned actors, the list seems endless. There's Ice Cube, Ice-T, LL Cool J, Kid and Play, Queen Latifah, and a whole lot more. But nobody has made a more successful transition into acting than Will Smith.
Let me see you just bounce it with me, just bounce with me, just bounce it with me. Come on, let me see you just slide with me.
It's what Hollywood dreams are made of. First, there was Will Smith the rapper. Then came Will Smith the TV star.
This is for you. Oh, but I didn't get you anything.
And now, of course, there's Will Smith the mega movie star.
Drop the weapon and put your hands on your head.
I think he is an incredibly gifted individual, and I think that a lot of people are going to be trying to follow in his footsteps.
Everyone from Queen Latifah, who stars on TV's Living Single and has been in several movies, to LL Cool J, who's also enjoyed a career in TV and film.
There's only one thing left to do.
You're right, Clayton. Grab my legs. I got an arm. You're going out that door.
It's a natural progression. You know, you have to graduate and take it to the next level, and at the same time, stay rooted in that which makes you what you are.
I think a lot of being an MC is sort of really putting on a show and acting to a certain degree. And so I think there's a natural sort of carryover into television and film.
Give me a call. I'm at the Garden Court from 7:25.
Ice Cube has made the transition into films, including Dangerous Ground. And another popular rapper to look out for is Sean Puffy Combs, who has big plans for himself on the big screen.
You never home, gotta call me on the yacht. 10 years from now, we'll still be on top.
That's also something that's a challenge to me because it's something that really intimidates me. You know what I'm saying? That camera, that being on that big screen and everybody really scrutinizing you. I love that type of pressure.
And what would be the rapper's ideal role?
I would probably love to be the love interest in the English Patient or something. English Patient 2. I'm the co-star.
So watch out, Ray Fiennes. Another rapper who was making the transition to acting was Tupac Shakur, who was gunned down last year. Although he did film Gang-Related before his death, and that movie is due out this month. Steve?
Okay, Cindy, many people thought he had a promising career ahead of him.
Yes, that's what they say. It's too bad.
Thanks, Cindy.
R&B group The OJs is celebrating an anniversary, so we asked actress Vivica A. Fox to go on special assignment for E! News Daily to talk to the group about their new album, a new edition, and their 40th anniversary in the music biz.
I'm Vivica Fox, and I am chilling here in beautiful, sunny Los Angeles with one of the most prolific, legendary groups that the music industry has to offer, the OJs.
Right.
We got two of the original members here,
right.
Eddie
right.
and Walter.
Right.
And I want you guys to introduce, you've got a new member in the group.
This is Player.
I always say that life with the OJ is like a box of chocolates.
Okay.
You just never know what you're gonna get.
Hey. So you guys are gonna tour all across America?
Probably all across America.
Is this, you know, an anniversary tour that you guys are going on, or are you just promoting the new album?
We're also celebrating 40 years.
Yeah,
in the
okay.
business. So yeah, it's good to sing and sing from your heart and enjoy your craft to the fullest. But you must also take care of business. Our next video is called. It's going to be Pay the Bills.
Okay.
And,
hey, I know about that.
and if we could get you in it.
I wish you brothers the most successful, fun,
having a great time.
fun-loving tour you have. Now, can you all give them, you know, a little taste of something? Can we get a little taste from the OJ?
You mean what's stopping you from loving me? Oh, girl, you must be sleeping, still out there creeping.
Oh, yeah.
Vivica is funny. That song you just heard, by the way, it is called What's Stopping You From Loving Me, which is from their new album, Love You to Tears.
That was a rhetorical question, right?
What's stopping you from loving me? It could be someone's husband or wife, maybe. Coming up on E! News Daily, Jenny McCarthy sticks out more than her tongue in a new video.
We'll tell you why she just can't seem to play down her Playboy days. Plus, Cindy Crawford is back on the catwalk. What more could you ask for?
And is chocolate an aphrodisiac? Well, Daniel Baldwin is hoping so.
Thank you very much. It was nice seeing you.
He played an angel on television.
He was a perfect leading actor.
But Michael Landon was only human.
When he would get dark, it was dark.
Along with success, his young life had its share of drugs, infidelity, and divorce.
Michael grew up in Hollywood when men lived hard.
But after finding peace, he was forced to face a deadly illness.
It's a shame. All the years he had left to create. We were robbed of it.
Michael Landon, Sunday at 6 Eastern and Pacific on the E! True Hollywood Story.
From the best-selling novel,
The boy shows 8 missing. This guy's a collector.
Morgan Freeman, Ashley Judd.
I'm the only person who's seen this guy.
Take me with you.
Kiss the Girls. Rated R. Everywhere. Friday, October 3rd.
Baby takes the morning train. He works from 9 till 5, and then he takes another home again to find me waiting for him. My baby takes the morning train. He works from 9 till 5, and then he takes another home again to find me waiting.
There's a smile in every Hershey bar.
I'm not proud of what I do, but it's a job. America craves dysfunction, and I'm fulfilling a need. Now get off my back. That's Talk Soup tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern.
Every species has its own method of transporting its young. Some means of getting offspring from one place to another. Safely, comfortably, and reliably. And human beings are no exception. The Land Rover Discovery, far superior to carrying your children in your mouth.
Select your dealership as carefully as you select your car. Terry York Motor Cars.
Want to really know the game from the pros who play it better than anyone else? Introducing the All-Pro Sports Video Playbook featuring Brett Favre, Jerry Rice, and football's greatest. Order both the Brett Favre and Jerry Rice video playbooks during this TV offer for only $29.95. Brett Favre's video playbook gives you his winning formula, and Jerry Rice's video playbook shows his patented pass patterns and conditioning secrets. Order now and we'll include football inside out absolutely free. The inside story from our All-Pro team. To order, call 1-800-257-5700.
He's not, what Eric Roberts is famous for. Those unsavory psychopaths.
This time, Eric Roberts is chasing the psychopaths. He plays an FBI super agent in his new TV drama. We'll take a look at his turn as the good guy in C-16. That's on the next E! News Weekend. With tongue planted firmly in cheek, it's time now for another installment of You Make the Call. When Maureen McCormick and Eve Plum were on the Brady Bunch, just how close were they? Here's today's E-List of entertainment briefs. Maureen Marsha McCormick admitted to late-night talk show host Chris Spencer that she and Eve Jan Plum were close when they co-starred on TV's The Brady Bunch. Well, Spencer probed on, asking, are you talking patty cake close or Ellen close? Maureen said they had really good times together. And then...
Did you kiss?
Did we kiss? Yeah, we've kissed.
The godfather of soul is now the ambassador of education. James Brown is touring the country talking to kids about the importance of what you know. He gave the winner of an impromptu spelling contest $100. He then demonstrated at a Denver school what he knows, with a little song, a little dance. Disney's animated Hercules isn't flexing much muscle in Greece. Some historians there claim the movie is dangerous nonsense because it distorts Greek lore. Disney's been down this road before. Maybe the Greeks can ask the French whether the name Quasimodo rings a bell.
Now, if questions about chocolate are being raised, the Swiss would probably be the best to answer those. Daniel Baldwin recently traveled to Switzerland to discover the origin of some of the best chocolate known to mankind and, of course, womankind. So we sent our own Willy Wonka, Jules Asner, along with him to the Nestle headquarters in Switzerland.
I'm here at the chocolate capital of the world at the Nestle headquarters in Switzerland, and we're going to be getting a special tour to find out just how they make 20,000 bars of chocolate a day.
High in the Swiss Alps, chocolate is serious business at the Nestle chocolate factory. Daniel Baldwin and his wife Isabella Hoffman came along to see just how they make all this good gooey stuff. The secret to sweets starts with fresh condensed milk that's turned into powder form. It's then mixed with cocoa, sugar, and butter.
It is molded for several days, mixed in molds. Then it goes through the final process, which means it is cut. It is finally wrapped in fancy Nestle paper.
You got a Comax 88 right here. Very important piece of machinery here. Very, very important in developing the labeling of our chocolate bars. My name is Roscoe C. Beer Drinker. I was brought in from New York to demonstrate to the people here in Switzerland how the Comax 88 works.
It really does work, and they use it to package all these bars of chocolate. But not every candy bar makes the Nestle cut.
And what about all the poor little reject chocolate ropes? The ones that never quite make it. Oh, we would make a good home for those chocolate ropes.
Weenie heaven.
Do you eat chocolate?
Oh, yes, of course. I like it. Yes.
Are you ever tempted working here to just grab a couple pieces right off this line?
No.
No?
No.
I don't know about that. I don't know. She looks guilty.
Well, who could resist with all this delicious stuff around? Chocolate and love are literally in the air.
I see on your label that on this particular bar, a man and a woman are kissing. Does that mean that if I feed this bar to my wife, that she'll want to kiss me?
You're right, because it is the passion of chocolate.
Thank you very much. It was nice seeing you.
From the Nestle Chocolate Factory in Switzerland, I'm Jules Asner for E! News.
Got one question. White, dark, or milk chocolate?
All of them.
Milk's for wimps. Dark chocolate. We're coming right back with more.
Including a very seductive look at Jenny McCarthy's Playboy years.
We were born nude, God made us nude. Why condemn it?
Mia Farrow's real life was more dramatic than any movie. She had a brilliant career.
You couldn't get any bigger as your first big film.
Intriguing romances.
She was crazy about it. Well, he was Frank Sinatra.
And a lover who had an affair with her daughter.
The one thing I have been guilty of is falling in love with Miss Farrow's adult daughter.
How did one man's love lead to a mother's betrayal?
I was completely traumatized.
Mia Farrow, this Sunday at 8 Eastern and Pacific, only on the E! True Hollywood Story.
Probably the happiest time.
Face joy.
First time I fell in love. I felt
Face love.
weightless.
Face the unexpected.
Face ecstasy.
Face the day with Nivea Visage. Its nourishing moisture makes you look radiant. Nivea brings your face to life.
From Oliver Stone
How come Patsy Cline don't put out no more new records?
So she's dead. Comes a story about sex,
I made you all hot and sweaty.
murder,
Kill him.
betrayal,
You take the money and dump me. What?
and everything else.
Boy, when I go off, somebody gets hurt.
Fine. Makes life worth living. An Oliver Stone movie, U-Turn.
Is everybody in this town on drugs?
Rated R. Opens everywhere tomorrow.
Falling in love again. Never wanted to. What am I to do? I can't help it. Love's always been my game. Play it how I may. I was made that way. I can't help it.
Hey boss, I bought new office supplies, black seat covers for my car, hardware and software, hooded insulation from my favorite store. You'll be the first place I'll always try, 'cause you still look new every single time. Come see the softer side of Sears. Idea Box.
My idea? Idea Box is a concert.
Give me to the stage! I'm the Best Buy Idea Box. You got any ideas for me?
Best Buy Idea Box. We've been following him for years.
So you come here often? Are you married? All right, let's show want to do it. I feel groovy, man. Thank you very much. Give me some sugar, baby. Like this? I'm huge.
Best Buy. Now that's a great idea.
Hey, who's up next, do you know?
The biggest challenge that I faced that I was really afraid to do. Face challenge.
Getting up every morning.
Face adventure. Face challenge.
Face the inevitable. Face the day with Nivea Visage. Its nourishing moisture makes you look radiant. Nivea brings your face to life.
Check out E's great new primetime lineup. It's E! News Daily at 6 and 9, The Gossip Show at 7, Talk Soup at 10, and Howard Stern at 11. Same great shows, all new times on E!
Cindy Crawford has produced best-selling exercise videos and starred in action movies. Now she's returned to Milan, Italy briefly to get back to her roots. Crawford stepped onto the Milan fashion runway Thursday, something she has not done in 5 years, to help unveil the Swish Jeans spring and summer collection. The Swish show will be Cindy's only modeling job during Milan's busy fashion season.
I've actually been here, but not doing shows, just that you haven't maybe known about it. But it's great. I got in last night from Los Angeles, and I'm leaving today. I just really came to, I did Swish Jeans. I did their advertising campaign. So to continue that relationship, I'm doing their show.
E! News will also be returning to Milan beginning next week. We'll be bringing you behind-the-scenes coverage of the Milan fashion season from our own Jules Asner.
Playboy Home Video has released a new erotic video starring Jenny McCarthy. It's aptly titled Jenny McCarthy, The Playboy Years. Before she had her own sitcom on NBC, Jenny made a more revealing debut in Playboy magazine. That was in 1993. During some of those early video shoots, Jenny offered advice to women who strive for that goal.
Advice I'd give to a young lady who's thinking about joining our Playboy model club would definitely be to be as natural as possible. You have to be pure, simple, have a certain kind of look, which is girl next door. So just really be yourself and act natural and be pure.
Jenny McCarthy, The Playboy Years, is in video stores right now. Remember, those are natural.
Next time on E! News Weekend, Morgan Freeman, the star of Kiss the Girls, reveals that he's not looking for fame or fortune.
That's what I want. I want to be liked. I just want to be loved.
The inside scoop on three-time Oscar nominee Morgan Freeman on the next E! News Weekend. From all of us at E! News Daily, thanks for watching. I'm Gina St. John.
And I'm Steve Kometka. We'll see you next time.
Bye.